Unscripted Voices. It's about that time. You already know. It's Unscripted Voices on the show. Don't touch that dial. It's your favorite show. Whoa, whoa. Unscripted Voices. It's about that time. You already know. When we talk about anything and everything, many things happening around your vicinity. Unscripted Voices. So grab a glass of wine, sit back, relax, don't touch that dial. Whoa, whoa.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Unscripted Voices, where we talk about everything and anything. As you know, my name is Labizi Jojo, your factory-fitted fine girl, and I have here my delectable, gorgeous, ever beautiful Annie.
And that's on period, guys. Hi, my name is Eniola Arubadade. You can call me Annie for short. And guys, with me in the studio, I have a very special guest. Handsome, one of the most handsome in Nollywood.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Hey.
This I'm crushing on him. He's one of my crush. So let me comport myself. We have no other person than, I know you guys know him as AdeTiger, but his name is Titi Kuti.
Thanks for honoring an invite.
It's good to be here. At some point, I was wondering the person people wanted to introduce. I didn't think it was me.
No, so you want to tell me
What part really got into you? The tall, dark, and handsome?
No, like you guys just had it all sugared up. I'm like, okay, who is the dancer? What's she?
Do you know when I heard that Titi Kuti is coming to us, I was like, hey, how do I look?
You can see the way Annie was sweating.
No,
Titi,
how do I look?
is coming.
You look amazing. Both of you look amazing.
Thank you.
I'm one of your crush.
Oh,
Crushing on you.
You look good. You look very good. You look very well dressed. Lovely outfits.
Thank
Makeup
you.
is subtle and nice. I can say the same for you too.
Thank
You
you.
guys look very nice. Well
I
done.
love your look too. Black suits you very, very well.
We'll try to rep the motherland, Africa all the way.
I love that.
And your
Titi, let me
dress.
ask you, how old is your dread?
Yeah.
Okay, this particular one should be about 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
All natural?
Yeah, all natural. But I had one that was longer than this before then that I had to cut.
Oh.
But that was 9 years ago. But this one, I've had this for 9 years.
Why did you cut the first one? You cut it, you lost interest, and you
No.
had a rethink?
No. I was ill for at the
Oh.
time. Yes, I had a very rare condition that kind of changed a lot of things about my genetic makeup. So during that period, the hair was the least of my priorities. Yeah. So, but that was
You
it.
just wanted peace. You just wanted to be healthy.
It was actually on the doctor's recommendation. Like, look,
How to take
let's
it
take
off.
this hair off. But the thing is, every time I cut my dreadlock, I grow the same thing back. So this is the fourth one I'm actually growing.
So it's
Maybe
just your
you were
signature.
naturally born. Wait, let me ask you, are you Yoruba, Titi?
Yes, I am. My name
Okay.
is Titi. Where can I be
Kuti.
from?
No, it's funny when you hear some name and then they're like, oh, you're Yoruba or you're Igbo. And you're like, no, I'm not. So,
Okay.
And they just mentioned one weird
yes,
person.
yes, very, very true. So, like, are you born Dada?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Yes.
Titi is born Dada.
My first dreadlock, I think I cried till I was about 9 years old.
Oh.
That was the very
There's
first
something significant about the 9.
Well, probably, who knows?
So,
my
Titi,
goodness.
I know you're an actor, a producer, and a model. So, which one was it first for you? Was it the acting or the from acting you went into modeling, or what? Which one was it?
I think it was modeling first. Yes, the modeling was my first medium of expression. So while I was growing up, I always had these very creative ideas of how I wanted to dress myself. So when we had events and occasions, my own outfit will always stand out differently. Like I could have a native like this, and then I cut it in the middle of the chest, and then I use safety pins to hold it. So,
After the
Fashionista
tailor
love
brings it back,
yeah,
right?
for sure. For sure. I had a tiny little tailoring needs myself that I was only using to make
Fashionista love Malati.
modifications. So at some point, the modeling agent that was based in South Africa saw me at a burial ceremony. Like, who is that guy? And
They saw the physique now.
So even going to a burial, you would give them.
like for me, it was expression. I was just
Roberto.
being expressive. And I just cut my second dreadlock. So I had short, spiky,
Oh,
standing
this
dread.
style.
Yeah. So it
I
was
was
very
just growing
attractive.
the new one back. So and the guy walked up to me, we exchanged contacts, and that was it. I think about 2-3 months later, I did my very first job. Then I think that was in 2004. It was for MTN. It was a total package: airport banding, TVC, print, billboard. So and that was the beginning of everything.
Wait, though, were you on that MTN card thing? Or?
Yes, I do. I probably still have.
It's a lie. You're not that guy. You see? I think.
Yeah.
Wait, though, let me not go too far. Are you married?
I don't talk about my personal life on program.
Oh, fair enough. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank
Because
you.
I'm
Sorry to disappoint you, but that's
It's okay.
It's fine because I'm crushing to my. I don't
So
want to.
she'll know where she stands.
So I'll not go and receive one knock on my head.
we're in front of the camera, so let's give the audience what they want to see.
What you want to see?
That part is my personal life. So.
But no, but the others want to know too, because some people are
like Eniola out there.
Yes.
Well, they will remain curious for a very long time. It's only people who are close to me that know personal things about me.
Shetigba.
So
Like
you
that.
don't. When it comes to my service as a filmmaker or as a media practitioner is to entertain the audience.
Yeah.
So anything else that has to do with my personal life, you have to be personal to me to know those things. So there can be rumors.
You're setting boundaries like, okay, this is where it
Oh,
stops.
I've always been like that. I've always been a
nice.
very private person. You know, like you don't see too much about me outside what concerns my work.
Yeah, apart from entertainment.
Yeah. So I've always been like that.
Even with the entertainment you've been giving us back to back. But probably that's enough for us to feed on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not to maybe poke nose in
So
your
wait,
private
for
life.
me, the first movie I saw you in was King of Boys.
Yeah.
Was that your first movie to be in?
No. It wasn't.
When did you start acting?
I started acting, I think, in 2009.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's about 6 or 7 years after. As a matter of fact, modeling transitioned to. I also worked on television as a presenter. Yes, I worked on Nigerian TV back then. I don't know if you guys remember Nigerian.
Yeah, we do.
There was some.
I'm very young, but don't look at me.
signature.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You have the green
I know I'm
She's body.
yeah. So I used to be in Nigerian back then as a presenter for Top 10 Nigeria.
Oh.
It was for then I became the channel manager of the station.
Oh.
So I was presenting 2 shows. Nigerian Presents, which is like a cinema show, and then you had Top 10 Nigeria, and then I was producing 5 other shows.
Oh.
So it was from there that I had the opportunity to go for my first audition. I was an associate producer on the audition.
Oh.
And then afterwards, I decided to audition myself.
Audition yourself.
And then,
And how did it go?
Oh, it was fantastic. I got the role. Now, Emeralds is the name of the series.
Oh.
Yeah, I did 2 seasons with them. But afterwards, I left acting for a very long time. I was behind the camera, solidifying my foot as a producer. So all the major shows, that big format shows that came to Nigeria then, starting from West African Idols, Nigeria's Got Talent season 1 and 2, Techno owned the stage, all those big format shows, I was on all those projects.
Oh wow.
All of them. So I didn't come back to acting until about 6 years later.
Okay.
You came back.
Incidentally, I came I was brought in as an associate producer on the show too.
On the show too.
And you audition?
I didn't audition this time. It was just by accident.
They needed someone.
No, we actually invited. I was the one that was bringing everybody in. When people come to audition, I was the one that was hiring people for the jobs and everything.
Okay.
And then there was one of these guys one day that we had hired, and we had discussed, negotiated money. And then when the guys came on set and they saw that we had, incidentally, that's the same show I met Olashobo Ali.
Oh.
We'll get back to that. So when they saw that it was a lot of stars on the show, they wanted to change ground and try to hold us to ransom.
Wow.
That they
They
wanted more
do
money.
that a lot.
Oh yes. So what I did was to call their bluffs, and then I went straight to meet the executive producer who was on set that did that. Look, these characters, we can merge them into one. They are pretty much doing the same thing.
Same thing.
And then she was like, her name is Uche Ikeji, but she's the producer of Big Brother now.
Okay.
So she was like, so who's going to act it even if we merge it? I was like, I'll do it. So
Wow.
she had never seen me acting before. She didn't know if I had the capacity.
It's like, is this one joking?
And she said, look, if anything goes wrong with this, it's on you. And I said, yes, I'll take the fall. And I did it so well.
And it was your first.
No, it wasn't my first. It was I'd done Emerald 5 years ago. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but on that particular show, it was my first. So all my crew members were shocked. Like, what's wrong with our AP? That is.
That wants to do everything.
But trust me, the character went so well that they wrote me in for the rest of the season. It was 265 episodes.
Oh wow!
Yes, it was like a daily show called Hustle back then. So they wrote me in for the rest.
Hustle.
Yes, Hustle.
On Africa Magic.
Yes.
Oh, I saw it.
Yes.
See, I can't relate.
I was on Do Good. too.
What year was that?
Oh, you want to do good?
I was on
Oh, that's
Do
a long
Good.
time ago. Oh, that's 2016 was the first
2016, yeah. And
Okay.
also,
That was the first
yeah.
I think
Every
this is
evening.
adult talk.
one. No, we can forward track it if you prefer.
No,
just
it's
answering your
okay.
question.
Yeah. So far, before, after Emerald came also, and you went, what did you act as on Osu?
Damien.
What was Damien?
That was my name. So I picked up from the middle of the season. I was
Oh.
the guy that came in from America.
Oh.
That what they call her name? Uzo.
I know
I'm trying to remember her
Maurice
character.
and
Maurice
the rest of
Sheung,
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
So Uzo was
Sheung.
tripping for
can't
this
relate.
American guy.
Yeah,
That was-
because
yeah.
you were not in Nigeria. She was in the US.
Oh, yeah.
So of all these movies that you've done, which can you say has been the most challenging for you?
Every single
Even before King of Boys.
So before King of Boys, I think my very first film with Shola Shobowale, it was a remake of a 90s series called Palace.
Oh, Palace.
We
Oh.
remade
Yeah.
Palace.
You
I
remember?
thought
but you should
no.
remember.
I thought King of Boys was your first with
Very
like
first.
Shola Shoba,
No,
because
that wasn't my first.
that's where I got to know.
You know, some
That's
people
my
will be
third,
at the
actually.
background and they will just something will just happen and boom, they are out there.
That's my third actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we can't be the first person assuming King
Oh,
of
for
Boys.
sure,
Yes,
for
King
sure,
of Boys
For
was
sure,
your
for sure.
first.
The reason why King of Boys is difficult is it's not for. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's very difficult for a new person in acting to be able to embody a character.
Like that, like AdeTiger.
It's not something that happens usually.
Hmm.
That's an opportunity meets preparation platform.
Yeah.
So I'd had preparatory ground. I've done 2 shows with Shola Shobowale before then.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 3 other shows.
But I'll tell you, I think I'll disagree with that in the sense that I think with someone backstage, like behind the scene,
Yeah.
the person is actually learning. Someone that is willing, that is there for like, okay, I like this thing. They can actually be a first time, and then the person will like boom, and that's it.
Yeah, so I that's why I said it's not impossible, but it's very rare. A lot of times there are people that have been behind the camera for 20 years.
True.
Some of the biggest directors, Quentin Tarantino, and if you put them in front of the camera, it's like you poured ice water on them.
Yeah.
They're good.
They'll go- so because it's different things, you require different a different concentration for you to deliver on both things. You know, to be a director and to be an actor, or to be a producer or to be an actor. They require different, even though it's the same space, the requirements as far as intellectual and psychological is concerned is they are miles apart. So it is possible. There are people that have that innate. They've always had it in them. You know, from childhood they've had the potential to. So that opportunity, they just jump on it. But it's not very common. A lot of times when you see there are films that I've seen characters and I'm like, who is this guy? Then you now go to inquire their history and you see where
that
they're
they've
coming
been
from.
there. Yeah.
So it's not something that is very, very common to find somebody drop from the sky and on his first attempt he's able to give that, because acting requires a lot. There's a lot of
A lot.
you know, there is
Yeah.
dramatic pauses,
Yeah.
there is emotional
The courage,
control, there's
yeah.
punctuation,
Yeah.
you know, there's so much that it entails. And
Yeah.
you have to process all these things
All
at the
these
same
things.
time while
It's
you
not
are
a child's
delivering your
play.
life. Yeah, so it doesn't
And
really-
we'll just be there sitting and be like, oh, that movie is not interesting. That movie,
Yeah,
and a
for
lot has
me,
gone into it.
With the passion I have for acting, I actually went to film school.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I just graduated from film school, and I'm doing behind the scene a lot. I started with that, and trust me, I love it. I love behind the scene to the extent that, yeah, I can still act because that's what I have passion for. But behind the scene for me is very comfortable. I feel like I'm not showing myself, because when I want to show myself on screen, I'm trying to be very cautious. I'm trying to, am I okay?
You don't want to make mistakes.
Yes, exactly. But behind the scene, I'm just relaxed. I can wear anything I want, and I'm sitting there looking like, and I can even point out your mistakes to you. Or say, I'm like, that one is not acting well. So that's it for me. So I would say, if you have the passion for it, trust me, because me behind the scene, I learned a lot. To the extent that I can now do, because I went to school for acting, and now doing behind the scene, I can tell you, I know I can do so many things behind the scene. So now, like, I think that helps too, also, than just focusing on one thing. In like when you're acting, I think look other side too. That's what me, I would just say, So that's the thing for me.
I think I will agree with you.
Do you watch yourself after shooting the movies you've done? Do you watch yourself after, like, sit and watch like the audience?
Not immediately.
But if you eventually do, do you commend yourself, or do you?
I don't watch the film like I'm looking at myself. I watch it like normal audience.
Like,
and after seeing yourself act, are you always impressed with what you've done?
So
you see your mistakes?
I'm always open to criticizing myself, because I'm not seeing the person on screen as myself. I'm seeing him as the character in the film. So the same way I will see everybody else, I'll be able to criticize or say, I would see myself. I can remove myself from the space of that's me on mentality that I'm watching myself. I can remove myself. So that's how it is.
So one thing I love the way you jump from AdeTiger to the Anikulapo series of it. I think it's
Adigun.
I was like,
Adigun.
When I saw you, I was like, he's the one. That's
I didn't even
AdeTiger.
recognize it because of the
man.
The man.
No, that was really good, and that was like
But
a big thing for me, that I can boldly say, oh, Titi can act any character you give to him, because that was very different from
ends apart.
Yes, from AdeTiger, and like that would say, okay, that's what I call a good actor. Like, because you're open to, there are some people that I know that they'll be like, oh, this is the only scene that you see them doing. And then stick to people that when they do something else,
that when they see Eniola, they know Eniola is just about this character. But you're diverse. Yeah,
because from AdeTiger to Adigun was a big one for me. And wait, are you in the season 2?
No, I'm not. They are currently shooting season 2 now, but who knows about season 3? Like, Kune has already told us all, every single person, that look, we can call you back at any time. Just leave it open.
But the one you did, how did the call came in for you?
For Anikulapo, I would say that Kunle Afolayan was very intentional. Yes, because he had mentioned to me about 2.5 years ago, or 3 years ago even, that we have a project coming up, you know. I'll call you up when it's ready. When I went to visit him at his office in Ikeja, and I just thought, okay. So I didn't even know that that's what he had in mind. Because there were so many people who were suggesting other options to him. He told me these things. You know, like people who, especially because people are not seeing me act Yoruba. So I know everybody tries to say, look, I mean, don't go and gamble on something that you're not sure. But he was intentional. Kule knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was very, very intentional with me.
About the cast.
Yes, it was very intentional. As a matter of fact, if I look at what he had to go through to bring me on, like it will have cost. It will possibly have cost him a lot cheaper to find someone who was in Nigeria. So he demonstrated a lot of intention towards me, and for me, I mean, once you show me that kind of intention, there's no way I will not go there and give 210%. So I was ready. Luckily for me, I had the script about a month and a half before.
But you didn't have much lines with what I saw.
But it was significant.
Yeah.
So the thing about Adigun as a character was all his scenes carry the variation of emotions. So even the ones that didn't have a lot of lines, the whole action, the story that transpires between that particular scene was always significant.
You see that way you were eating, I was like, hey, optimal.
So all of that itself, it takes full immersion for you to be able to, like when I was on set, I was Adigun all through. I was at the group. People were always
You
calling
left
me
it.
AdeTiger,
AdeTiger.
even on set. But I was at the group.
At the group.
I was
You
that
were in
person.
character already.
Yeah. So the other thing I would say that Kunle did was that he tried to check my Yoruba dialect to know where I was, so you can know how much work would be done.
But you
from-
speak Yoruba fluently.
very well. But even he didn't know.
Oh.
He didn't know.
Mm.
But from the second time we spoke about the film, and then I did a reading for him. I did 2 readings. From the second
So you
reading,
read Yoruba fluently?
very well.
Wow.
I
You
can
can
write
read
Yoruba.
Yoruba.
I can write Yoruba very well with
Even
Ami and
with-
everything. Very well.
I'm Olodo. I can speak, but I
can't
can't write
do
and I
that.
can't read.
I can read. I can write very well.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
Very
nice.
well. I didn't read the English version of Anikulapo.
Oh.
I never read the English version. So usually what they do is they will send you an English
New
version.
versions
Yoruba
just to
version.
assimilate.
I
just
never
to-
read the English version. I only read the
wow.
Yoruba version.
You
Nice.
look like a hard guy.
I look like a hard guy.
Yeah.
What's your definition of hard?
Like when someone first sights you, they will be like, that guy looks tough with your. But are you a soft person? Who are you?
It depends on your definition of hard and
Or
soft.
soft.
I mean, now I'm judging from the outlook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm judging from the physique, not the way you talk. Just me sighting you.
So that's
Yeah.
why I'm asking, what is your definition of hard,
Hard.
and soft?
Like, okay, soft inside of you, from the inside. Hard from the outside.
Like an emotional guy and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Well, I don't really know if I'm the type that drools and binges over emotions like that.
Oh.
I tend to be more logical
Mm.
in my approach to things. Try to see things for what they are. But also I'm a human being, so I can be very understanding, and I can be very patient. But even in my patience, there is always a definition of firmness.
Not stupidity.
Yeah, there's always a definition of firmness, but I can be very patient. I give people benefit of doubt.
No.
I'm not quick to judge at all because I've lived with judgment all my life.
Oh.
All different types of judgment. So I'm never quick to judge. So I wouldn't say I'm an emotional person per se,
Per se.
but I'm a human being and I do my best to be reasonable while being logical. Does that answer your question? You need more.
Yeah,
more-
yeah. That
No,
answers
for
my
me, I would
question.
say when I see you and with the way you talk now, like I'm
Yeah.
hearing you, I would say you're a very disciplined person. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say a hard guy. I wouldn't say a soft guy.
Discipline or
because
strict?
Everybody
Or firm?
No, I would say discipline. There's difference between discipline and strict to me.
Sometimes
See,
it's
I won't say
interwoven.
anybody can be hard and anybody can be a soft person. I won't say from the look, I will tell you, because from the look, if I say you're soft,
You know, you
you
see
can
some
actually be
people,
a
I'll be
hard
like,
guy.
and be like, you boy and Leo. Like,
I
Well,
actually
you-
get that.
yeah,
too.
you
get
doesn't
that
have a
a
very
lot.
hard face.
So I'm talking from, he doesn't have a hard face. That's what I'm saying, like, people's assumption. I'm talking from people's assumption. But when he speaks, okay, from the way he came in, you saw the way he was very welcoming and he was playful. And you'll be like, with all these dreads.
Dreads.
Yeah, my younger brother too has these dreads and he's always like this. You
No
beg
smiley
him,
face.
laugh now. But he's very soft, very, very emotional.
Oh, so okay, let's divert a little from acting, producing, modeling. So I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Love or respect, which one do you think men value the most? What is the
Eniola has gotten you.
Well, no, not that. It's because on this particular subject, to each their own. If you understand what I mean, everybody knows what works for them, and we live at very sensitive times where people get very touchy on this particular subject.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, people get very touchy,
Oh,
and and so. But if I were to personalize it, as it pertains to me or how it works for me, respect. You can keep your love.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel most
I get
men
that
is
too.
respect, but
Yeah.
for women it's love. It's like, show me that attention, give me
Attention,
time,
yeah.
communicate with me.
So
But
when you
men is
respect
like,
them, you get the love you want.
I think that's how it works with most men. So yeah, I think I have clarity on that because I've been hearing a lot of things. I'm like, okay, let me ask someone else and see what the mindset is, because mostly I would conversate with a lady and then they'll say, no, my own man is baby. Men do baby. I'm like, no, I feel it's respect, because if you respect a guy, it will go extra mile for you. And that's where it turns to when you see relationship and the guy is like very, very down to it, and people say, oti logun fun, oti lokaya mata. But I feel it's the respect that led to the fact that, okay, he's very down to that. Someone that can respect me this much, that knows me very well like this, that way, this is what I want. And she gives it to me that way. Well, I can do anything for her too. I get that's the thing for me. Yeah, so yeah, respect. Okay.
I want to ask Titi something. Sorry, I'm coming back to the movie thing. I want to ask that, what would make you reject a role?
What would make me reject a role?
Yeah.
I think the only thing that will make me reject a role is if myself and the producers are unable to meet on reasonable terms.
Like money? Or?
Not necessarily money. Reasonability goes beyond money.
Yeah.
And some producers have I'm not saying all, but there are some producers that they have a certain ideology about actors generally. And they just feel like they can do whatever they want, and the actor, after all is paid, just come and do. For me to get on a production, even though I'm an actor, I'm fully involved in the process. If you go and check the end credit of King of Boys, you will see my name in 2 places on the crew.
Oh wow!
Yes, we don't have that patience to.
And so that's to say that even the days that I was not on location, Kemi would pick the phone and call me, Titi, I need this. Do you have any connect? Titi, I need. I was on set 4 or 5 times when I wasn't even shooting. Yeah, and it's because of the passion of wanting to see the project come to life, to the best. So that's how I am. That's how I've trained myself over the years, and any project I cannot give that kind of attention to, I would likely just avoid. And the reason why I wouldn't be able to do that is if the producers are not finding. I don't want to go into details because, as I said, we live in very sensitive times.
I know.
And you don't know who's going to watch.
You don't want them to post it.
But I just know, like, there are some producers that I would rather avoid. And then if I look at the story and there is nothing in the story that is connecting, I would likely just say, good effort.
One more thing, I think it was last week, I saw a tweet on social media where somebody said, okay, let me ask you first, what do you feel about casting with sentiment? Like, let me explain that a little bit. You want to shoot a movie because you know Labizi. You want Labizi to be there because you know Eniola. Even if Eniola doesn't fit for that role, just because Eniola is loyal to you, Eniola should be there. What do you feel about that?
Well, on this subject again, I will say to each their own. Yes.
You say what?
To each their own.
To each their own, okay.
And there are people that do these things day in, day out. And that's why a lot of times you see some certain circle of films,
like recycling
people, it's like a click thing, but the end result will always show the gaps, unfortunately. Personally, I don't subscribe to it. I think
I've gotten my answer.
If I see Labi and I see you and you guys, and I really want to work with you guys, the best I can do is to make sure I at least audition both of you. So that I can see where we fit. The capacity. You might even fit in a better capacity than the role that I actually had in mind. And if you don't fit, it's easier to know where to put you. And then I can have a conversation with you. Like, look, I know that it will have been nice to have you as my sub-lead actor because.
But do you even need to explain?
Well, so it depends on the relationship. I'm not going to throw that out of the window. That sometimes with some people, that have been a part of the journey, you want to see how you can. It's all about growing together.
Exactly.
Yeah. But at the same time, it should not come. The compromise should not come at the expense of the project. I've had this issue a number of times. I've been having it since Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah, like when people just, and for me, I'm like, no, it doesn't work. You know, so I would say, even if you want to help your friend as it is or whatever it is, the least you can do is to audition. And when you audition, do not audition. As a matter of fact, don't audition yourself. Get somebody else to do the audition. And give you realistic feedback. And then if your friend cannot take it, then maybe the person truly isn't your friend.
Okay. So let me say I have two things. You're in Canada and also in Nigeria.
50-50.
But the thing is, I don't think you've acted any movie in Canada. And then why is that then? Is it that
The Color of Love? I think I saw Color of Love. Yeah, there was one I saw.
Color of Love is my personal project, yes.
Yeah.
your own personal project?
Yeah.
So do you have what can you say about the movie industry in Canada and in Nigeria?
Okay. This is another sensitive topic.
Titi, you're not
Why
giving
can't you
me.
be free, please?
I'm being free.
You're not free, oh.
But
You're not
I'm
free.
you don't want
anything.
know your questions.
No, what's that is word again? What did he used to say? He used to say
To each their own.
why are you go like that? It's their own.
each their own.
Yeah. He doesn't
So,
want wahala.
It's not about not wanting wahala. Like for me, the impact I'm trying to make in this industry, is beyond squabbles. I don't know if you get what I mean. It's beyond, and I cannot find myself in a space where I'm in any way involved in squabbles because it doesn't.
Now you need to be doing explanations and
It's unproductive to me.
Yeah.
So which one is unproductive? Is it the one in Canada?
No. That's not what
No.
I'm saying. The industry in Nigeria, definitely, we all know that the industry in Nigeria is more robust.
Yeah.
Because we have more daring producers who are willing to risk. I mean, you can't be risk averse and expect an industry to grow. It's impossible. So it's that risk aversion that I think is one of the biggest issues. There are people here that have decent money, enough money to, if they can collaborate, come together and shoot proper projects that can go on major platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and so on. But they don't. I mean, but the Nigerians will do it, and these guys blow up. And then when the Nigerian actors come to Canada, you'll be getting annoyed that they are doing meet and greet and collecting money. Because I had that issue too. Yes, I did. I didn't even know. And
wait, you had the issue here?
yes, I had the issue here. So
Do
the
meet
thing
and
is,
greet.
a lot of people do not know that I partly live in Canada. They don't know. A lot of people still think I
Those
come
of
on
us
it.
that know.
That's what I'm saying. That not everybody till now, not everybody still knows that. Okay,
They feel you come for
they
holiday.
I come and then they leave, but they do.
Because you don't want us to know about it.
Well,
You don't
although
want us to-
for a while I wasn't living here. I was visiting, you know. So, but the little I've seen about the industry here, I think it has great potential. I think there are lots of professionally trained actors. I've met a number of guys that have been to Toronto Film School and all of that. But
I'm one
This
of
is
them.
one of the
Toronto Film
products.
Yeah.
School.
wonderful.
We are proud of you.
So,
Thank you.
And you guys do. You guys have the knowledge. But you see, filming, to a large extent, filming is like apprenticeship. What you
You
learn.
go serve your master.
It's not even about serving the
No.
master. It's about serving. It's about serving the industry.
Yeah.
You.
That's
you
what
have,
I mean,
You have
actually.
to endeavor. If you don't endeavor, you can't gain the experience. The first time I went to a film school was to go and lecture.
Oh.
I never went to film school.
Wow.
So yours is inbuilt.
It's not inbuilt. I grew over time, just like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
I spent. So usually a lot of actors end their careers as producers. So I started as an actor and then I cut it short and then I learned production for years.
Oh,
So I pretty much learned the retirement plan before I came back to acting.
To acting.
So the knowledge is vast and broad. I can speak if I'm going to lecture as an actor. When I went to Del York Film School to lecture, most of the things that I was teaching them on, even though it was on acting, I was using my background knowledge as a producer.
yeah, to lecture them.
Yeah. So let's not backtrack.
So
too
what
much.
was the response to Color of Love?
So Call of Love is not even out yet. I think the response has been very amazing so far.
Oh, nice.
That's sweet.
Oh yes, because it was a professionally done project. Basically, I think one of the main reasons why I embarked on that production is to spark the fire.
That something good can happen,
People are
like
here
something
that-
big.
People are here that can do this thing, but
Yeah.
it's just not been able to put their minds to it. You get me?
I
And,
would say the major problem is
Time. People are busy.
not that.
no.
People not
Let
being-
him think.
Not
I'm
that.
waiting. Don't
Think.
worry.
Let
Not
him
that.
think.
Yeah, because I understand the cultural shock, which is having to earn a livelihood to sustain
Yeah.
on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
But I would say the major problem is unity. There is no collaboration.
God bless you.
Okay, thank you.
I
think
I
we
love
got the
that.
answer.
No,
And it was
not just
direct.
getting. No, that's just the main thing for me.
I think we
There's
should
no
end the
collaboration.
podcast now. Because yes,
There's no
that's
collaboration.
the
No.
one.
The truth
And
is
thank
that
you for saying this.
no, for real. I'm in the industry. Well, that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, you have competition. Also, lots of, but the competition is still collaborative, just the same way it is in America.
The sky is too
Exactly.
wide. Yeah.
When you look at some films, when you look at their end credits, you see big film studios that have their own projects that collaborate to make magic. Everybody spends
God.
money. The same thing in Nigeria, but here, I see that reason. Everybody wants to be the first to do things. I'm like, you guys are not going to go anywhere. When I was auditioning for Call of Love,
Yeah.
it was I got similar energy to, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm like, look, I set up an audition, and what I think is
I wish I knew then.
everybody
It
would
was
see
afterwards.
it as an opportunity to, because that project, nobody was a volunteer on that project. Everybody was paid.
Wow.
Everybody was paid. It was a properly shot, and that's why he's getting the kind of attention he's getting from different mayors. I've just been contacted
Yeah.
by 5 Oscar qualifying film festivals. to come and screen-
Congratulations.
Yeah, to come and screen the film.
Oh wow.
Because the production from start to finish, there was a lot of diversity involved from the cast and the crew. The story itself is about diversity.
Diversity.
So when the mayor of Brampton came to my location, the
Yeah,
first thing
I
he said
saw
to me
that.
was that he hasn't really seen anything
Like
from
the-
anybody of our own side of the minority.
For me,
Yeah,
I don't
on this
think
scale.
from Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't think the movie industry in Nigeria, like Nollywood in Canada, like they don't audition. It's like, I want to shoot a movie. Oh, guess
I
someone
think
to
they
write you
just
the
call
story.
wood. They know I've been acting before.
Yes,
but-
and then no, not even acting. They can just. I think they don't audition. I don't see anything like auditioning in
Yeah.
when it comes to Nollywood in Canada. There's
Okay.
nothing
I
like
think
that.
the
I
first
didn't know that part.
the first audition I saw was on your page.
Yes, I
When
didn't know
scanned your
that part.
page, yeah.
Call of Love, funny enough, as at the time, the day of the audition itself, we had over 600 people that came.
Oh,
Yes, there were
From
4,
different walks of life.
not just walks of life, there were 4 agencies, acting agencies, that as soon as they saw my post, contacted me
they
straight,
started.
that they had. So, the
I saw them.
Nigerians that came
Yeah, I didn't even see too
80%
many black people
were not
there.
our own circle.
People.
Meanwhile, I was willing to do the private screening.
Hey.
That's okay if you feel you don't want to. Because for me, I think an audition is an
Oh, but do you
opportunity.
think the publicity wasn't enough?
The publicity was enough.
It
but
was enough for
it was the
600
same-
people to come.
It was the same energy of, it was the same kind of energy, that energy of.
Click
I
Oshima
didn't understand.
audition.
I was just
Energy.
starting to understand it then.
Why will now I get
You understand?
God
I was just starting to understand. But for me, I just think, because if you go to Hollywood, even the biggest actors,
bless.
they will roll their Rolls Royce
Yes.
and go and
Audition,
audition.
yes.
You're an actor.
And that's why
An
you see
audition
a
is-
slim person becomes a bigger
Yeah.
person just because they want to act a particular role.
An audition is an opportunity for you as an actor to know where you are.
Yeah.
I look forward to auditions. I don't like, for me, if you tell me you want me to
And so-
screen, I will audition. Like,
Sorry
it's a
to
joy.
cut you short. Some people doesn't want to hear that no, because when they do the
No, it's
audition
not what
and
to hear that. No, I feel they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to act. They just feel like
some people doesn't want to get no for an answer because probably they are not too sure of themselves or how they'll go about it.
exactly
when
because they don't know
mess up,
it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They
But
don't
I
know
had a
it.
solution for that. That's why I said I was willing to do
Private
screening.
screening.
So okay, if you don't feel comfortable being in the multitude of
what was-
people,
yeah.
I was willing to do a private screening
Was the
for our Nigerian self. I was willing to do it.
Was that one publicized too?
But nobody, the people that came, they didn't.
I
A
wish
lot of
I
people
knew.
that I thought would show interest didn't really
Didn't.
show interest.
And you felt
You
so
understand?
disappointed.
I didn't feel disappointed
Oh.
because for me, the project was. I just wish that I had more
More
people
More of
within
we,
the
yeah.
active circle here that are known, because that's what we are trying to do. The minute you get proper projects on major platforms, then when the Nigerian actors and celebrities that are coming in, they are coming to meet people they have seen and they know and they are looking for to see. You're not a nobody to them.
Yeah.
But you come, you think Nigerian actors come and they are acting funny. They actually don't know you. They've not seen you anywhere.
Anyway,
There is no project that has put you on the pedestal where they can
Yeah, they
appreciate
can-
your craft.
yeah.
So no matter how good you are, they
You're
don't
right.
know you.
Wow.
They are really
So
making sense.
and that's what I was trying to do. Look, let's have more people, but still we had a few, you know. But
And
I just wish it was more because now
and
when I'm going,
did they meet your expectation?
yes,
Oh.
absolutely, they
Wow.
did. Well, like I said,
That's
there are
good.
people that know the job here.
So please, when you're auditioning next time, let me know so I can audition too.
The kind of conversations that Color of Love has started, even here in Canada, the kind of conversations that have started, the kind of people that have opened themselves, it just shows that there's a vacuum, there's an opportunity in this place
That people haven't
can be taken advantage of. And I just hope that in the shortest time before people from outside come and do it.
I know. So guys, I know you guys are enjoying this sweet talk. We still have Titi Kuti in our studio. We'll be right back. Let's go for this short break.
Great.
Unscripted Voices.
Welcome back, guys. This is Unscripted Voices, where we talk about everything and anything you assume. My name is Labizi, if you're just tuning in, and I have my ever pretty Enie. And also we have the tall, dark, and handsome Titi Kuti here, popularly known as AdeTiger. And we've been talking about different things. Yes, see, you can just rewind your TV. Okay, so AdeTiger, thank you once again for honoring us. And we've been talking about Color of Love. I want to ask one more time, what brought the inspiration of the title Color of Love?
The inspiration for the title was to represent the diversity of a multicultural country like Canada that has so many Nigerians, along with so many other immigrants that live and thrive here. They coexist peacefully. The inspiration for the film itself is from somewhere else. That's a story for another day.
Okay.
But that was what brought about the
Why
title.
not today now?
It's a different conversation. I found inspiration for the film when I was grieving my father's death.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So that's period. That's all I was doing with that. That was my go-to place to manage the pain. You understand? So that's a long. But I didn't have a name for it then. I was just writing.
So it was afterwards.
Yes, it was afterwards. As a matter of fact, it was my writer that suggested the name. Like, why not? Let's do it this way. Color. He had a different name before, and it kind of works because when you hear the name Color of Love, you would naturally imagine it's like a romantic story.
Movie,
To talk about two lovebirds. But when you now watch it and you see the direction that the film,
even seeing the trailer alone, I'm like, okay, I know what.
And when is it coming out?
So it's not going to be available on main screen before. It has to circuit film festivals first. Yes, and a number of them that are already lined up. They've reached out, so they have their calendar already. So I know it has to go to at least 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because the film is a course on its own, and the story of the film is something that everybody that lives in a Western country, not just Canada, can relate with. So he needs to do his circuit first, some festivals, and then afterwards it can now come on main screen. Yeah, because it's a short film. It's not long play like 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's a short film. Although there is prospects for continuity. I'm not going to go into that now, but the discussions are already
going on.
Yeah, with the proper people, and it's going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be one of the proper budget productions that would really kickstart a lot of things in this side
Canada.
of town. Yeah, because even the short was a proper budget. I can assure you.
Yeah, yeah. From seeing the trailer, I'm like,
so was it like getting movie done here in Canada and back home in Nigeria in terms of spending?
Trust me, the financial implications do not even match themselves.
Wow.
Yes. It can be more expensive to shoot in Canada. Because that's if you want to do things properly. I'm not saying there aren't people who don't, on the side.
Go on side.
Let's do volunteer. Let's shoot this thing quickly. But the results will always tell the effort. If you want to do things properly on the scale that Nigerian producers do things back home, yes, it will cost you more expensive. But also, if it is done on that scale, the scale of returns can also be a lot more. You get me? So as much as it seems, there are also opportunities here because the kind of challenges that we have in Nigeria filming, like I always tell people, any producer that can shoot in Nigeria can shoot anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Oh.
The kind of challenges we have to surmount.
What are some of the challenges like?
You can't shoot in public places free of charge like you do here.
Really?
You can't.
I think Nigeria is more than, because this place you have to get license. You have to,
Yeah.
Those licenses don't take you anything. So now, from Color of Love now, the mayor himself has assured that as far as Brampton is concerned, anywhere that I want to shoot my next project, or even if it's a continuity, if you need a police station, if you need anything, just let me know. 3 days it's out.
Wow.
From that, the mayor of Richmond Hill has said the same thing.
Oh,
Like, look,
That's beautiful.
and because he saw when Mayor Patrick Brown posted, like, okay, we want that. Look, if you are doing anything that has to do with diversity, because they are also trying to grow their diversity.
Yeah.
economy.
yes.
So come to Richmond, he will give you our facilities to use.
Oh.
You can't have that in Nigeria. I remember the last time
And
that
I don't think people have this information just because they did not ask for it.
I'm happy to share it now.
Yeah.
I mean, for producers who are based here in Canada, these things are not difficult to get. In Nigeria, I remember the last time that I shot I think Power of One with Izu Ojukwu in 2018 or 19. I wanted to use the airport.
in Nigeria.
How much did
Yes, it wasn't just the money, the rigors, the stress, the amount of protocol that you have to go through.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So Nigeria has very unique challenges. The power challenge is there.
Yeah.
You know, the equipment challenge is there. You don't have access to although now we have some giants in Nigeria. Kingsley Ogoro has always been there up the ladder. You have boys like Abazi. A couple of them that, solid guys that have access. You find them at equipment festivals even in the West here.
Wow.
But even at that, they come from Nigeria to get these things. It's available here.
Oh,
So the challenges are different. It's just it's the willpower that sets the margin. The willpower of Nigerian producers far supersedes the willpower of Nigerian producers based here in Canada. The willpower is miles apart. And yeah, shout out to Babatunde Aguloye. That's one of the two. I've acted 3 films in Canada. That's one of them. And the film just got accepted by Amazon Prime.
Oh,
wow.
that's great.
Yeah, it's Ajule KG. So
Ajule KG.
Yes, Realm 2.
Realm 2.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You're Ajule KG.
Don't fall for the English I speak. I speak Yoruba very well.
I don't even know the meaning of that. Ajule KG.
Ajule KG.
Ajule KG.
Ajule Dodomi. Ajule KG.
I'm going to learn about Ajule KG.
Dodomi.
Okay, nice. Realm 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I think that answers your question. It's
Yeah,
it's
it
the
answers
willpower.
my
It's the
question.
willpower that sets the margin apart.
So many
So
people
okay,
want to do it, but there's
to
no
make this
funds.
thing a little bit very, very interesting and spicy.
On a lighter note,
Yes, we have this segment. It's a game. So we have questions and then you pick your numbers. So between 1 to 10, and then we'll ask you the question. Please be truthful.
only the truth.
Don't give us the I don't want to.
What was that word again? I forgot.
To each their own. But
That's my new English
that
now.
is a
To each
truthful
their
statement.
own.
Actually.
That's the truth. Yeah.
I don't tell lies. If I don't want to respond to you, I will tell you respectfully. I don't want to respond.
Okay.
If I have to speak, I will speak.
And you've done that here, and we appreciate
Okay,
it.
so from 1 to 10, what's your? You're choosing like I'll give you 5.
5 numbers.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with. You said there was something about 9, right? So I'll start with 9.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'll
What's
give
on
it to
9?
you. 9 is 6-pack or 0-pack.
Obviously,
So
we have
I
6
think-
packs now.
No, wait. For you, I would say boobs or ass.
Any has killed me. Look at you.
You see, Titi now is not trying to say the truth.
There's something about women.
I
no?
want you to handle your teeth.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
something about
Do you want
women.
to sip? You want to sip?
Why did you throw it close like that? Even me, my heart did.
Labisi, wait.
So boobs or ass?
Yes.
I'll pick option 3, both.
I don't have option
You
3.
picked double barrel.
No, that is
So you love both.
Yeah, both, because I mean that's the
It's a
the
compliment
endowment
now.
of a woman has to be properly rounded.
Oh God.
Complements
Hey.
the front and the back.
Oh,
Oh God.
So
okay,
both.
both. Okay.
At moderate and
Thank you for being truthful.
Moderate, commensurate sizes
to balance
themselves.
it up.
Yeah, they have to be balanced.
50-50. I love that. I love that. Okay, next
Thank you.
question.
5.
5. Oh.
What's on number 5?
Okay, US, UK, or Canada?
Oh,
Definitely Canada.
home is home. We're home.
And this is not because of I've had a feel of all 3 places, and I'll still say that US definitely has the most
Bubbly.
vibrant.
Yeah, so that's why I would
People
say
believe
US.
Canada is boring.
Yeah, I will agree with you, but
Yeah.
for the long term,
Yeah.
I would say you want to live in Canada and go play in the US. You don't want to live in the US and
come to Canada too.
it's too the lifestyle is too up tempo, and that can easily get out of control, especially when it gets to when you start having family and raising children. And all that. That's what I think in the long term. But when you are a yuppie guy that is chill,
Oh, one big guy.
Yankee,
Oh, that
Yeah,
one
that's
guy.
true.
But
That's
for me,
true.
I've always been a reserve. I prefer to appear
And disappear.
and disappear. When I disappear, don't look for me. You can't
Don't
find
look for me.
So Canada does that for me.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Okay, I'll take that. Question 3, number.
Number 3 then. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, this one, I don't know. Ghana jollof or Nigerian jollof?
Aye.
Of course, I will pick Nigerian jollof.
I'll pick Ghana jollof. No.
Are you
okay,
picking
Ghana
Nigerian jollof because you're Nigerian?
No, because I've tasted Ghana jollof. Maybe the ones I tasted were not.
No.
But yeah,
See,
no.
wait, no. I grew up in Ghana. I can argue that. The only reason why you would say Nigerian jollof is because Ghanaian cook with perfumed rice, and perfumed rice is like the most expensive rice in Ghana. So what we use to cook in Nigeria, the rice we use is called Tujini. That's like the poorest people food rice in Ghana.
That's what they feel.
Yes.
Wow.
You see,
Yes.
that poorest people rush are talking about. Yeah.
Makes it sweeter.
It's not even makes it sweeter. You see the fermentation process of it. It's more. It gives you more
The nutrients?
ground nutrients.
Nutrients.
If you had told me that Senegalese jollof and Nigerian jollof, I would have said Senegalese jollof.
Oh,
Leave it.
you've eaten that one too?
Yes, I have.
Why would you say Senegalese
Oh,
jollof?
it's
We've not
because
had that.
it's because first the rice they use. I don't know if it is their soil. The rice they use tastes somewhere in between Ofada rice and basmati rice. The texture is somewhere in between.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I feel this jollof thing is about the condiments they use and not the rice.
No, so the rice plays a very important role because it is the rice
Yeah.
that absorbs the
It's-
condiments.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
rice.
The rice plays a very
Rice.
important role. The condiments, anybody can come up with different recipes as far as
Yeah.
concerned. But when the rice absorbs it, how does it? What does the eventual taste like? And then the fact that our own Niger jollof,
Niger jollof.
the way we cook it, the smoking process. Smoking is
It's
still
a
what I
second
would say
to
is
none.
still one of the most delicious ways you can cook anything.
But I don't like
If you take
smoking
smoked, if you take smoked chicken or you taste smoked
missing.
fish, the flavor.
Obviously, Titi Kuti knows good food. Look at the way he's analyzing it.
try.
It's giving it to me. Pa, 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 pa.
I try.
Okay, number 4. Question 4.
Question 6.
6. I
What's
don't know if
there?
you want to answer this one because this one
You answer.
I don't know. What's that in English
Use
again?
the room.
Tell
Yeah.
zero.
You need
How
to
old
write
are
it
you?
down.
I told you.
Well,
It's the nail on the head.
I'm not. I'm that also.
Why did you think of that?
But I'll give you a tip. Definitely over 40. If you look
Over
at the time,
40, not 50.
not 50.
Okay, it's
still far
okay.
from 50. If you look at the time I've been talking about, 2004, 2003 up until now, that I've,
Where was I in
you can tell
2004?
that
Yeah.
this
But
But
person
the
is
funny
not.
thing is, I don't know why Nigerians don't. The older
Like-
ones find it so hard to say their
To-
age.
to
When I
the
asked
age.
my dad, I was very young, and I asked my dad, "Daddy, how old are you?" He slapped my mouth and he was like, 3 years back.
No, don't get me wrong.
Why?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not an older one. Don't make me feel
I'm just saying.
I'm not
But
an
some
older
people
one.
are not comfortable saying
Saying
it.
that-
It's not about
I don't feel-
discomfort.
I
I
don't-
still consider that part of personal information that has to do with my personal life.
Nice.
Because the thing is, like it or not, there are certain judgments that come with the
18
certain informations when they have about you, and then they start to measure. For me, let me eliminate the overthinking.
I
Just I'm
understand.
Titi
But
Kuti. If I'm a relatable guy, fine. If I'm not a relatable guy, fine.
But Titi, there will be a time you want to celebrate your birthday, probably 50th, 60th. Then should we wait till then?
I'm not that kind of person. Why?
You don't celebrate birthdays?
Do you know when I celebrated 40? Do you know when I celebrated 30? You don't know.
So it's just my birthday. It's my birthday.
That's
It's just
it.
your birthday.
That's as far as
you
it
don't
goes.
have to put the
Yeah,
the
one
figure.
more year upon deck. So I mean,
That's it.
that's it.
That's okay.
So Titi is a very private person. You guys
Ve-
should know now.
Very,
Private.
very,
Mhm.
very.
Last question.
On
That's
budget.
my-
That
I
last
don't
question
budge.
should be tough.
I hope he picks the tough one.
Question
You
7.
can change it.
7. Why do you not take question 7?
Well, we're landing on
Something
the
is
low
in
tone.
the
Let's
system
get a
now.
7.
Question
7. Oh, what's your greatest regret? The one that you feel like,
That was
this
really
one.
it for
Yeah, like the one that hits every time.
I would say losing my dad.
you.
Oh, wow.
He was your best friend.
Not really. We were guys. We
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
guys relate is different from the way
Mm-hmm.
babes relate now. So
Yeah.
the way a mother and a daughter relates is different from how a father. It's not like we were talking every day when he was alive, but we're
But-
guys. That he was always somebody that when I needed the hard truth, I'm
You
ready
go
to
to
go to.
him.
Yeah, and
You would
he's
give it to him.
uncompromising. He will give it short.
Give it to you.
He will slam it in with a hammer. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I've always wanted that. I was raised like that by him. So to be able to take the hard truth.
Truth.
So especially because I'm not questioning God, but
Yeah.
he wasn't as old as I expected.
Yeah.
And he didn't die. He died suddenly.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he wasn't
Sorry.
old. He wasn't. He was one of the healthiest people in his peer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like as a matter of fact, when he died, realized that out of all his friends, he was the one in charge of the will of about 9 of them.
Oh my goodness.
Because we
God.
always thought he was going to be the one that would die.
Dollars. Oh, my God.
So that I don't think I've
Wow.
recovered to now, but I just manage it
May
and
so
further
rest in
ahead. So
peace.
that, but if it has to do with life experiences and stuff, every experience has had its own purpose.
So the regret there is him dying young, like
Yeah, dying
you
when he
didn't
died.
expect.
Yeah.
He died
So-
just at the brink of 70.
Oh.
Oh, wow. So do you have someone like you can say this person is replacing my father in the sense that someone when you needed someone like when you need
Like-
someone to talk to, you go to that person and be like, and you get something like your dad will tell you.
No.
No.
I have a couple of people that I speak to, older people, some in the industry, some in different industries, but nobody.
Like your
No,
dad.
compares to your
Mr.
dad.
Kuti was a unique one. He
Mr.
was cut of a different cloth.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Rugged man.
Please, can I ask, or it's no, I don't, I just want you to please answer me. Are you related to the popular Kuti?
I was going to
that
ask
one
that.
is not private.
I was going to
that
ask
one.
that.
Don't
It's
say.
not.
Thank
It's
you.
not. Yes, I'm related to the family. The two families are cousins, but I'm not his son. Before
Yeah,
you,
nephew.
people have written articles.
The Titi Kuti is the
Ah.
son of
You sure there was one that I read one time
Nephew,
that I
distant
was
cousin.
not distant per se. So my own grandfather,
Mhm.
is a cousin to Fela's dad.
Oh,
Oh.
So the families are parallel.
it's just one. Kuti
just
is one.
just one step.
Oh, okay.
But I read one time that somebody had written that
Yeah, this
my
one.
mother used to be a dancer in Calcutta Republic, and then when she got pregnant for me, she ran to America to go and give birth to
hide
me.
your identity.
And then now I'm back.
You're back.
And I'm like, this thing was starting to catch waves. I had to actually do an interview on
Oh.
Punch.
to
and
debunk
be like-
that.
Like, you guys should just take a chill pill, all right? I'm
suru, man.
accessible. Any suru. If you feel so curious, reach out to me. I'll
To
be
me.
happy
Yeah,
to
to
set the
answer.
record straight.
just like we're doing now.
Yeah, I am family, but I'm not Fela's son. I mean,
Son.
you should realize that there are people involved in these things that have lives. So how do you expect Femi Kuti or Seun Kuti to take an information like this?
You
and-
can't
Like
even
this,
blame
like
them.
this.
Titi. Everybody
So are
wants
you
to
some
reckon-
wait? Are you someone like with the kind of job you do? Are you someone that when they say, oh, Titi Kuti got this lady pregnant. Titi Kuti did that. Are you someone that is quick to
Debunk
like
straight.
debunk or like no, or you pick your phone and be like,
It's
let
not
me do
me,
a
oh.
video. It's not me and all that.
I don't talk much.
You just let it go.
Yes, I don't talk much. If you meet me in my private time, I'm a person of very few words. So when I have opportunities like this, you know, be on screen, when I try to talk about.
But you're not talking.
Hey, no,
I'm
but
still
you're
not talking
hiding.
like this.
Yes, you're not talking.
No, I'm forgetting.
Maybe we should start all
I'm a
over
dollar.
again.
What's that
To
word?
reach their own.
Read your own.
I write it down. To reach their everything. To reach that. You're not talking.
To reach their own is a sincere answer. Because like we're not doing this for ourselves, so we're doing this for the other.
Yeah.
And I'm acknowledging the fact that people can have divergent views from mine.
Yeah.
And whatever I say, it might not necessarily be replicative or applicable to somebody else's circumstances.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'll not personalize it. Okay, in my case, so this is what I think.
I think.
So
Okay.
that's TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
And that's
so much,
information.
For sure.
Titi Kuti, popularly known as AdeTiger.
Do you think that name will ever?
It's not good.
Maybe when
anyway.
you do something, another.
No, but
project that's in it-
Adigo for me was is
Adigo
another
didn't-
one.
Yeah, but he didn't eat like that. Titi. That's it. Like AdeTiger.
AdeTiger.
AdeTiger is still anywhere he goes,
The way
right?
I cried there.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I don't think Rambo is going anywhere for Sylvester Stallone. You know Rambo now?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think Commando is going anywhere for Arnold.
Is there another?
Rambo in
like
in-
Rambo, like Rambo the car. Arnold Schwarzenegger is an American actor, or well, Italian American actor.
Yeah, that was what I'm saying.
So he has done several other
And
films
we are still
afterwards,
saying
and
Rambo.
we still know him as Rambo.
Yeah. Rambo.
Yeah.
If
So-
you go to Ekiti State, or you go to
Anywhere in the world.
and then the first time they see his picture, the first thing Rambo here,
Yes.
Commando here. So there are some characters that once
we
you
just stick.
hit it, it's not
It's
going
just
anywhere.
stick. It's
And
not
you have to
going
just
anywhere.
accept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on this note, guys, we're going to bring this episode to an end. I know if you give us the opportunity, we'll talk. But I'm going to give Titi the opportunity to talk to his fans, his audience, his crushed, his lovers,
Color of
to just tell them something or an advice for your audience, like your fans and all that.
All right. Anything we need waka Canada. Anything we need local.
Unscripted Voices.
Ní orí ètò wa Unscripted Voices
Gẹ́gẹ́.
lẹ́yìn ẹ ṣe pé ẹ wà pẹ̀lú wa ẹ pé ẹ wo àwòrán wa àjọṣepọ̀ wa kò ní bàjẹ́.
Ami.
I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you who
Thank you.
watches this show. I think it's a great show, and I think
Thank
more
you.
of shows like this would showcase positively the potentials that Canada as a country has.
Yeah.
And I want to employ every single one of you to keep watching
Unscripted
Voices on
Waka
Waka
Canada TV.
Titi Kuti say so. AdeTiger say so. Adigun Atọ́pinpin Ọ̀yọ́mèsì
Say so.
ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
I was expecting that.
Lego.
Thank you guys
Thank
so much.
you.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
We love you.